I'm really interested in the Barbie world because, anyone who is of a younger generation, listening to us discussing Barbie, maybe wouldn't appreciate the what an iconic figure Barbie was at the time, but represented something very, very different to what it does now. What did you try and bring to that role? You touched on the fact bringing all your historical feminist knowledge, your enthusiasm, obviously, background in children's publishing. But you said you had a little nugget of an idea of maybe bringing Barbie forward. What did you try and do, and what did you achieve?
Yeah, well, I think I was very conscious, and as well, growing up in a household with where my parents were teachers, and having worked at a children's publishers, so I was very aware of the responsibility of an editor or a journalist, and the responsibility that we had towards our audience, which was very impressionable, very young girls. And I felt quite strongly that I didn't want to be perpetuating an image that you had to be the subservient, that you didn't have a strong voice. I wanted to create an image of Barbie as being an empowering role model and somebody that wasn't going to be in a secretarial role. Well, she could be the boss, and to make sure that the content was in that line. Now, at the time, Barbie, still is owned by Mattel and is a licensed character. And you wouldn't believe the amount of detail that goes into licensed characters. And everything that I wrote for that magazine had to be approved by my contact at Mattel, who I did build a really lovely relationship with. And I did try and push the bar a bit at times. And at times they sort of reined me in, but because they'd have the psyche of the doll worked out beyond belief, even I might say, Barbie says, excuse me. And they'd say, no, Barbie would say, pardon me. Like that's the way Barbie would speak. And sometimes I would challenge things. And I felt that, that we had to put the audience at the heart of everything we were doing and think, how would I feel as a parent or as a young girl if I was reading this? What impression does it give of the world? So I think it was in those early days in magazines that I learned the responsibility of an editor. And that is something that's never left me. And also to put your audience at the heart of everything you do. I mean, you're nothing without your readership. So whilst you want to entertain them, you also have a responsibility to expand their view of the world.